We've got a lot waiting for us outside of Tartarus, so let's go back. And I'm calling it, you are no longer in great condition. Let's see. Any minute now. There we go. And for some reason, today's a holiday. Wait a minute, is this? Oh, it is. It's the Emperor's birthday. So this is always a national holiday in Japan, but it is always based on the current Emperor's birthday, which means that it does change with every Emperor. Oh, this is also, unexpected.
I thought you were gonna go visit your mother's grave.
Oh, hi, Sonata-san.
Is this where you should be?
Well, I was planning to. But when I thought about what I was gonna say to her, it just didn't feel right. There are things I still need to do before I talk to her again.
Yeah, same here. I don't have anything I need to tell Shinji right now. I have my own stuff to deal with.
An undefeatable enemy, huh? Gosh, wonder what it's like.
You got me. But it doesn't matter, because I've made up my mind. I'm gonna look it straight in the eyes.
Straight in the eyes. I like the sound of that. You can count me in too.
Okay, so just showing every party member's individual resolve to face this final battle, basically. I like that you're getting these scenes, though, in the lead up to it. Just forgot that so many of them happened in such a short amount of time. But like I was saying, I think the one that would have been the Emperor's birthday for is the one that, as of this video, is the current one. And I think I heard that there was talk of him abdicating recently. Oh yeah, Christmas Eve tomorrow. And that's all the news is saying. Okay then. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, actually. Oh, and we still get to do this. So we've still got an opportunity to see that amazing line, if you haven't by now. Huh. It's not a school day today, but I'm pretty sure we'll still be able to do the Elizabeth thing. It'll just be a little earlier than we usually see Elizabeth on these days. Though I kind of want to see what weapons we can make out of some of these personas, mainly Abaddon, but I'm definitely not going to be using Abaddon in a weapon fusion just yet. Because, oh boy, that hard item. I'm probably going to try and farm that one. Anyone here saying anything new? Okay, interesting, they're all talking about exams. And still obsessed with the arcade as usual. Wow, yeah, that is actually pretty sad. It's just sort of a fact of life with people that age, but yeah. In fact, I have not checked the police station in a long time. That's a sorry for that massive mood clash, but I just realized that. Okay, he does have some new things in, let's check. The Tobi Botaru. Katana that is a good boy. By the way, he never actually says that line himself. And we've already found one of those in Tartarus, I think. Let's see if there are any, Damascus Rapier. Ascalon, which I actually can show up in Tartarus. Okay, most of these are stuff that we're seeing. Lightning Bow. It's kind of ironic considering that Yukari is weak to that. That accuracy, though. Hero's Bow, does that let you attack twice? Because that's the name of the brave bow in Japanese. Yeah, I like what Yukari currently has. Wow, okay, so lots of new stuff. Have the 5th number, but I like that then again, we are very soon going to be getting Thor's hard item for her again. Demon's Mail, Final Armor. which is obviously not the final armor because we have a better one available already. Powered dog suit, which we're already using. It look well, actually, no, wait, that's again. It always shows the main character's defense, not the defense of the one who can actually equip it. Now we've already found some phantom robes. I think we actually found a cross dog suit. Any new shoes? War God's boots. Wow. Seriously, and you can buy as many of these as you want. How many War God spirits do they get their hands on? Ergo legs. Oh, there are lots of good shoes here. The unknown effect part is a bit annoying though. And these are a little bit. I mean, like seriously, all of these are expensive than resummoning Thanatos, which should tell you something. Oh yeah, I haven't got these yet. Maybe I should get these closer to the end of the game, but yeah. Or Gary Stu could get the bikini as a Christmas present for Yukari, but anyway, yeah, I'll think about buying something there. At the moment, I prefer fused weapons at this point in the game to the weapons that you can actually buy. The armor's alright, but you can usually pick it up in Tartarus anyway, and in general, just strong personas are usually more effective than just strong weapons in this game. And hi, we now know the backstory. You still don't even have a name, though. It's kind of a shame. So let's see, I already know what these make. Sibylle. Oh, this is actually unique. That's kind of cool. Strengthens ice attacks. But, unfortunately, it's not the ultimate fist weapon. Yolunga is Auto Rekikaja, I'm trying to say that already. Abaddon is Fear is... that's pretty terrible, actually. We already know Thor, and we already know Thanatos. What about you? Resist Wind Low. Oh. Oh, that's actually not bad for Junpei now that I think about it. But anyway, this is not what we came here for. You know what we came here for. It is time for Christmas Eve with someone who is rapidly becoming a very special someone to Gary Sue. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to see her today. Because yes, tomorrow it's actually Christmas Eve, and then I don't think we'll get the opportunity because I'll explain how that works once we get there. But I don't think we'll actually be able to go out. Wait a minute. I do have that request accepted. I'd like to visit your room. Okay, so apparently it has to be after school. It can't be now. Okay, then. That's unfortunate. That means we actually can't spend Christmas Eve with her. Should have checked that before. I had a feeling you wouldn't be able to on a public holiday. I had a feeling. At least we got to see this place again. And at least we got to check what the stock of the police station is like, so it wasn't totally wasted. I was hoping that we'd be able to do that one and then max the social link in the same day, but it was not to be. But that means, though, that we'll actually be possibly doing the final event for her on Christmas, which will kind of be, well, interesting. But yeah, what we're doing now is, oh, the shrine looks very different. Very soon it's going to look even more different, but for now, just the trees, yeah, the leaves are just gone. So, we've actually been putting this off for a little while, but it's finally time to max out my core social link. Guess we're just waiting for a holiday to do this. And yes, thank you, this is unique, which means that we've actually done it. Oh yeah, she is leaving. Making this the third social link that leaves after their one is completed. And of course, the day that she's leaving depends on the day you max the link to yet another one of those RPG take your time instances. Yeah, it should. Wow, really? This link has the most jerkish responses. Seriously. What is it with Maiko's link and having horrible responses? Ugh. Okay then, that was sudden. Well, I suppose Gary Stu's charm affects everyone. Gary Stu was like, I've just gotten myself into something that I probably shouldn't have. Apparently, I do like this line though. Apparently, Michael just proposed to you. Everyone falls for Gary Stu. Everyone. But yeah, by the way, don't worry, this is not considered a romantic link in any way. So it will not trigger jealousy, nothing like that. This is just a random thing that happens at the end of the link. But anyway, this lets us create Attis, the ultimate form of the Hangman Arcana. We now fuse Attis, the god of rebirth. Remember when I said I'd be explaining more of Cybele's story later? Well, here's why. Attis is another Phrygian deity who, like Cybele, was imported into Greek and Roman mythology. Attis was usually considered the consort of Cybele, although some people think this aspect was only added when he got imported into the Greek pantheon. Attis was a god who represented death and rebirth, and also a god of vegetation, representing how fruit would die in the winter and be reborn in the spring. There are several different origin stories for Attis, but from what I've researched, I'll try and do my best to piece it together here. Just fair warning, this story involves genital mutilation. Attis was born from a deity called Agdistis, who is a personification of a mountain in the city he was worshipped. Agdistis was born with both male and female body parts, let's just say. The gods feared them because of that, and so had their male part cut off and cast away. From where it fell, an almond tree grew, and Nana, daughter of the river god, picked up one of those almonds and became pregnant with Attis, somehow. What makes this even weirder is that in some traditions, Agdistis is Cybele, while in others, Agdistis is the offspring of Cybele. Either way, Attis being Cybele's consort is incest, but that was kind of par for the course for Greek mythology. Attis was abandoned by his mother and grew up to be seen as incredibly beautiful. What happened next is also where the myths are split. The main thing they agree on is this: Attis himself also cut off his male organ. But how it actually happened varies. In some accounts, he was engaged to be married to the daughter of a king by force, and Agdistis/Cybele appeared during the wedding, causing Attis to go mad and do that, which the king and several other people present also did to themselves. In others, Attis castrated himself after being rejected by Cybele. So yeah, accounts do vary, but all of them agree on that very specific detail. And in all of them, either Agdistis or Cybele conspires with Zeus to keep Attis' body preserved. And that's where the whole rebirth thing comes in. It's because of the legend of Attis that Cybele's priesthood were all eunuchs. They all cut off their male organs. They were known as the Galli, and was something of a minor but still kind of famous sect in both Greece and Rome. In the game, Attis follows the trend of hangman personas being primarily defensive, having very high endurance and also resisting all three physical elements. My personal headcanon as to why is that after you've done, well, what he did to himself, you're pretty much desensitized to any other kind of pain. And his light weakness will eventually be covered by the repel light skill that he learns naturally, so he will end up with no weaknesses. Admittedly, at this point in the game, you can have access to a Baton who can null everything physical, but Attis has a few niches in his skill sets. It's based around his theme of rebirth. He learns a lot of revival skills. The first one is Recamdra, which, as I've said earlier in this playthrough, is really not that good in this game, because it drops the protagonist's HP down to 1. I guess it actually does combo kinda well with another skill that Attis learns, but yeah, it's really only for emergencies, and if you're using it that way, you're kind of wasting the other skill. I'll get to that other skill in a moment, but first, Summer Recalm, full revival. That's pretty much self-explanatory and always useful to have. He has Megadola for some relatively decent damage, and Ghastly Whale for some reason? Yeah, probably a good idea to get rid of that unless you can pass down any very good fear skills to him. But the main thing that makes Attis actually pretty useful is that last skill that he learns, Enduring Soul. This is the first time we've seen this skill, and it's actually one of the best in the game. This one is kind of like Endure, except instead of bringing you back with 1 HP once per battle, it brings you back with full HP. It should be pretty obvious how useful this skill is, especially since the protagonist going down means game over. This is a lot harder to do if you have Enduring Soul. As I hinted earlier, it can also take some of the edge off of Recamdra, because dropping yourself down to 1 HP is not as big a risk if you know that you've got a free auto-revive anyway. It's still a bit of a waste of the auto-revive though. There are only 3 personas in the game that get Enduring Soul, and Attis is the lowest leveled out of the 3. So if you want to pass Enduring Soul to other personas, Attis is the earliest opportunity you have to do so. The second persona to get Enduring Soul starts with it right off the bat, but they are level 82 to begin with, so Attis is still the lowest level that you can acquire this. So like I said, very useful for fusing it onto other personas. Overall, Attis is useful for early Enduring Soul alone. One final thing that I want to say about Attis is that he holds the pretty rare honor of being the ultimate Hangman persona in every game since this one. Most ultimate personas tend to change with game, but Attis has always held the title of Ultimate Hangman ever since his introduction, which is pretty impressive. And now Garisu has yet another girl that wants to marry him in the future.
Hello.
Yeah, almost a week. No, there really isn't. Everything will be for nothing if we choose to forget. Were you here earlier? Are you implying something, Yukari? I think you're definitely implying something. Yukari's like, so, I hear you make millions in Tartarus regularly. Okay, well that's good, but that was still kind of funny. Well, Ken's decided. Has Junpei decided? Well, Garizu's excited for it for certain reasons, although he's probably not excited for having to hide all of the presents that he's going to get for all the different girls, so they don't find out. Yes, let's have a staring contest with Nyx. That's actually going to be pretty awesome. So... Oh, hi Fuku. Are you saying anything different? You're probably... Oh, you're... Yeah, no, you're saying the same stuff. Okay, so... I'm going to be saving here, because tomorrow there is another scene that has multiple different options, and I want to show all of them in the recording. So yeah, I'm going to be reloading saves a lot here, because there are several different options, and it's very, very similar to the Summer Festival. Like that one, I want to try and show all the options. I'm not sure if this one has a hidden option that's really difficult to find, like the Summer Festival or not, but we'll see. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. I just realized that I forgot a walk with Koromaru, and I'm reloading this save to record it, because yes, we can actually walk and Yukari can go tonight. I should probably pay more attention to these. I tend to miss these kind of often. But yes, there is a walk with Yukari tonight. And given the themes of the previous walks that have been happening, I think it should be pretty obvious what this one relates to. Yeah, no, he probably does like everyone being at the door. Dogs get really depressed when their masters aren't around. And of course, yeah. As you'd expect. She's actually the last one who's telling us this, but spoiler alert, she's the first one to call us on the day. And yeah, that's it. So when we resume this footage, it'll be a me who totally forgot about that walk. So enjoy that.